Hey guys, it's James Walsh here from the Wrestling Epicenter. I'd like to thank you for finding us here on YouTube. If you get the opportunity, please click that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell. This way, anytime that we upload any new content or new to you content from our archives dating back to 2002, you'll be notified. You can check out what we're up to. Please also check out www.wrestlingepicenter.com for all your wrestling news and information needs, as well as check out our store to keep us running free and clear. Without any further delay, let's get to why you're here. Thanks for checking out Wrestling Epicenter on YouTube.
And welcome to 3 Count Wrestling's main event, where we're in conjunction with Dream Reunion 2 in Kokomo, Indiana on October 6th. We are proud and privileged to have as our guest the former NWA and WCW Tag Team Champion, the multi-time All Japan Tag Team Champ, the former All Japan Triple Crown Champion, and the author of How Dr. Death Became Dr. Life, the one and only Dr. Death Steve Williams. Steve, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Chris. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing excellently. This is an honor to speak with you. First question we have is, how are you doing health-wise?
I'll tell you what, I'm doing great. October 29th will be my third year checkup for cancer-free, so I'm doing really good. I'm getting ready to go to Kokomo to wrestle, and then I'll be headed to San Francisco for the Fan Fest at Cal Palace, so I'm excited for all this month.
Wow. And speaking of the speaking of the two festivals, you are going to the Dream Reunion that's in Kokomo, Indiana, next Saturday, and you're also headed to the Fan Fest, the Wrestle Fan Fest at the Cal Palace in San Francisco. What is it about these fan festivals that you enjoy attending?
Well, I'll tell you, I enjoy being around the fans. A lot of guys probably forgot who really made the boys in this business. The fans who gave me everything. I'm so blessed to have a fan following. Just like I was at Charlotte, North Carolina about a month ago and wrestled against Axel Butcher, and we got a standing ovation. I'll tell you what, that was too cool, when people didn't think that Steve Williams would be back in the ring. And now I've been in the ring almost 20 times since '06, and so it's just great to get around the fans and mingle with them. I know a lot of boys don't really get around the fans, and they don't give them respect. Well, this guy will give the fans all the respect.
And are there any particular wrestlers that you're looking forward to meeting up with again at either one of the shows?
Well, I really enjoy getting to see everybody. It's always a privilege to be back in the ring with some of the greats, and even the 3 days at the Cal Palace. Man, I've been there so many times. There's some history there, so it's going to be exciting. And Kokomo, man, there's going to be some great shows with Baby Doll here that's coming. Some other I heard the Midnight Express is coming, so it's going to be exciting.
And I guess the first question I have for you, and it's probably one you've been asked a million times. I'll be 1,000,001. Where did you get your nickname, Dr. Death?
Well, I got it in junior high school. I shattered my own nose times amateur wrestling, and my assistant coach put on a old-time goalie hockey mask. And first time I walked out on a amateur wrestling mat, my assistant coach yelled out Dr. Death. And so Vince McMahon or Ted Turner didn't give me a name as a professional wrestler. I earned that name, and I've upholded that name for years on the amateur mat before I even became a pro wrestler.
And while you were in college, there is a name in the amateur ranks that unfortunately defeated you. And that name is Bruce Baumgartner. when you found out that he eventually won the gold medal, not only in '84 in Los Angeles but in Seoul, were you upset that that he still beat you? I know it's a stupid question, but I have to ask it.
No, man. I have a lot of respect for Bruce. I don't think everybody knows the real story about it. I played football and wrestled the two toughest sports there are. Mm-hmm. And by the time I finished the Orange Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl or the Sun Bowl, I went into the mid-season of amateur wrestling. So by the time the NCAAs came around, we had about 20 matches compared to 70 matches most of the wrestlers had. And I was asked to go to the Olympics, and money flew in front of my face, so I jumped on that and put the USFL. But the bottom line is, I take my hats off to Bruce for being an Olympic champion. I feel like if I would have just concentrated on wrestling, it would have been a whole different story. But Bruce is a great guy. He's a great coach. He's done a lot for amateur wrestling.
And who did you play for in the USFL, if I may ask?
New Jersey Generals, USFL.
And what did you think of the whole...
I played with Herschel Walker. I played with Chris. I played with Herschel Walker. Doug Flutie.
Wow. And what did you think of when the whole USFL tried to sue the NFL?
Well, the thing I said was, you can't fuck the guy who's on the top of the mountain, and NFL was the king of the mountain, and if they would have just changed the slot, they would have been fine. The USFL would have been still gone. Had a lot of money behind them.
And how did you break into wrestling?
Well, Bill Watts, my boss, and I was his protege, came to Oklahoma and asked me if I wanted to try it out. I went out and worked a few matches, made some money, and well, it's not a bad gig, and made with it.
And one of our forum members actually asked a question. What do you Bill Watts is a polarizing figure in wrestling. Everyone either loves him or they hate him. Where do you fall?
Well, I've hated him and I've liked him both ways. But I really like him for what he's done for me, what he gave me his finishing move, the Oklahoma Stampede. He taught me how to respect the business, where most guys in this business now don't even respect the business. I trained the WWE kids out of Louisville and Tampa, and they're hand-fed, man, and they didn't get what we got and paved the road for them. We respected it, the business, and that's why back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was a classic to watch Bill Watts' territory.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and that's another question we like to ask veterans like yourself. Is there enough respect in the business from young wrestlers to veterans like yourself?
Well, the only way I've looked at it, it's only the guys like Cody Reynolds or Snuka Fly's son. Those are the ones who respect the business because they've seen their dads go through it all. All these backyard indie guys, they don't have no respect for this business, and that's coming from one of the toughest guys in the business.
Absolutely. Well, there's no question about that. Going back to your Mid-South days, you had a very successful tag team with one Ted DiBiase. First off, what's your relationship with Ted like now?
Oh, very good. As I'm in the ministry business myself, I just worked with Ted in Louisville, did a tent revival in Louisville. I'm working with him in November. We stay in touch with emails. He's a great brother and a friend. When I was going through cancer, he'd almost call me every day to check up on me. So Ted's a great guy. I gotta tell you, Chris, I'm probably one of the great athletes in this business that was put with the greatest partners in the world, with Ted DiBiase, Terry Gordy, Gary Albright. I could go all the way down to Andre the Giant, man. I don't think anybody could sit there and name all the guys that I teamed up with, and they were the greats.
Well, do you think he got a raw deal in the WWF at the time when he changed to the $1 Million Man?
Who, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, but I think Ted's doing great now. I think he's right exactly where he wants to be, saving souls and living for Christ.
Well, you just mentioned many of your tag team partners, and we did have some questions about all of them. The first one being Terry Bam Bam Gordy. First off, do you miss him?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. I think that we're still alive. We'd be still rocking the world.
And when you beat Stan Hansen and Tenryu for the All Japan title, your first of many that I could find. First off, what was it like going to Japan for the first time?
Oh, I tell you what, going into a foreign country was wild. A lot of small people and a lot of rice, and I enjoy it. I spent 18 years over there, and I'm trying to get back there right now. Trying to go December 2nd for Yenta Kabashi's return to the ring. I love the people. I love the culture, and I love to honor it over there.
And what was your Bret Hart had a very famous quote about Japan, that he loved everything about the country except the food. So what were your first early food experiences like in Japan?
Well, I love the food. I think very healthy, and I've ate everything over there. Natto that most Americans won't eat. Kimchi. A lot of things that sea urchin. A lot of Americans wouldn't eat, but after I was over there, I realized that I have to become Japanese because I stayed there so long.
Alrighty, and I do agree with you. Natto is a very what's the word I'm looking for? An acquired taste.
Oh, I love it, man. Put a little mustard with rice. Fantastic.
I'll have to try that. Another one of your tag team partners that you're famous for having teamed with is Gary Albright. Another one who unfortunately passed away not too long ago. What are your memories of Gary?
Well, I'll tell you, Chris, a lot of people didn't know, but he went to the University of Nebraska, and we wrestled each other at the Big 8 championship.
Wow.
I have a lot of respect for Gary, and imagine that sooner or later we've been tag team partners and champions over at All Japan. Was too cool. A lot of respect for the guy. I miss him too. That's a tough guy in the business, man. Not too many people could move that big guy around.
Absolutely. You also, also in the early '90s, you defeated Mitsuharu Misawa, probably one of the best wrestlers in Japanese history for the All Japan Triple Crown. Was it a big honor for you to win such a historic set of championships?
Well, I gotta tell you, when I was over in Japan, a lot of the reporters and TV people started saying that I was saying bad things about Misawa, Kabachi, and Kawada. I think they blew things out of proportion. I never said a bad thing about these guys. These guys were great wrestlers. I had some fantastic matches I've got them on video and DVD. Watch them all the time with my family, and I'll tell you, nobody will see some kind of wrestling like that unless you go back into the video or DVD stores and buy that. That was one of the greatest wrestlers and now one of the greatest promoters.
I'm jumping around a little bit, but what were your thoughts when Noah split from All Japan?
Well, they had to do something. Mrs. Baba wasn't going to share the pie, and I think they decided that they could do it on their own, and they did. Look at where they're going now.
And were the Babas any difficult to deal with in your case?
I never had a problem dealing with the Babas. He was probably one of the greatest bosses I've worked for.
Well, another one of your many tag team, successful tag teams was with Johnny Ace. Now, this one's a little difficult to ask because Johnny Ace does have a reputation now of being more of a McMahon yes man in the WWF. What's your feelings about Johnny nowadays?
He won. Johnny Ace won. Out of everybody in the business, dreams and wish they had a position that Johnny Ace has. He did it, man. My hats are off to him. I thank you very much every day that he gave me a job, training these kids. I got to tell you, Chris, he did it, man. He did what every wrestler dreams he could do, is be in a corporate company like this, WWE, and be on the top of the world. And he is everybody's boss.
Okay. We won't get in, you did another interview with our website. You talked at length about the Brawl for All tournament, so we'll probably skip that one. But soon after that, you appeared on WCW television with Oklahoma. Now, when they showed you the gimmick, what were you thinking?
Well, everybody has to understand, just like Jim Ross understood. I had $1 million contract with WWE. They canned me and breached the contract. They said I breached it. And I've got a family to take care of. WCW came with an offer. I jumped on it. This business is all about money and how to take care of your family. Just like most every business is. And when somebody screws you, you go off and you try to get as much money out of another company, and I worked a heck of a gimmick. I'm so happy that I worked for Japan, though. I never had a contract with Japan. I always had a contract here in the United States, and it was always broken. So you tell me, Chris, who won?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. The other question I had at this time, the WWF apparently sent you to FMW for a couple of matches. Were there any problems when you returned to All Japan because you had worked with FMW?
Oh, Chris, you don't understand what happened. After the Brawl for All, I got knocked out from bark gun to my hamstring and a butt muscle. Just like a great athlete I am, I came back. They sent a letter to me and told me that I needed to go to FMW in Japan. I didn't sign a contract to wrestle for FMW. I signed a contract to wrestle for WWE. I wasn't going to work for any other company over in Japan and screw my deal with Giant Baba. And when I told them I wasn't going to do it, they said I breached the contract. Nowhere in my WWE contract told me that I had to work for a different company. So that's not how it worked. I never worked for FMW. Okay. I wasn't going to screw my relationship and my honor with All Japan and Giant Baba.
My apologies for getting that wrong. It's
all right, Chris. You know what? I'll tell you what, buddy. All these questions you're asking me is in a wonderful book, How Dr. Death Became Dr. Life. And you know what? Everybody can order it on MySpace or my website. It's so easy to get it. Just Google my name, and you can tell I'm advertising, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go on the internet, Google Dr. Death, and you can find out how to get on my website or my MySpace. Real easy to get my book, and I'll sign it, and you can have a book, and you can read all about how Dr. Death ruled and conquered professional wrestling world.
Well, absolutely. Just a couple more questions. You also mentioned that you trained wrestlers right now. Is that in Florida, I believe?
No, Louisville, UN.
And in your opinion, and feel free to tell me it's none of my business. Who are some of the people in OVW that you feel can make an impact in the WWE in the very near future?
Well, the one they took is right now, and that's Cody Reynolds. I think he's going to do an impact for him because he's got a lot of respect for the business, and right now everybody's got a lot of learning to do and some respect. I think the young lady they took is Beth. I think she's going to do wonderful for the company too. There's some other guys that got to come up on the polls, but those two wrestlers are going to do wonderful for WWE.
Alrighty, well, Kokomo, Indiana is the location of Dream Reunion 2, taking place October 6th in Kokomo, Indiana. More information can be found at WCWARulz.com. Wrestle FanFest 2007 is taking place at the San Francisco Cow Palace, the legendary Cow Palace. In addition to Dr. Death Steve Williams, you can meet and greet Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bill Goldberg, Roddy Piper, and many, many others. More information can be found at WrestleFanFest.com. And Dr. Death Steve Williams is the author of How Dr. Death Became Dr. Life. You can find a book at Amazon.com. His website, Okla Stampede, OKLASTAMPED.com. And is there anything else you'd like to plug, sir?
You guys can check it out on MySpace. It's Dr. Death SW. It's real easy. I can send it out to us. Just buy it, and I'll autograph it. Put a nice message on there for you. But I gotta tell you, if you fans want to see some great wrestlers and like the old days and some great memories, Kokomo's coming right down. It's 2 weeks away. I'm just waiting for my airplane ticket, and I'm on my way. And the Cow Palace, oh man, 3 days. I even heard Kid Rock's going to be out there playing. So, and then I think they're even having MIM pay-per-view. So this is going to be a great weekend, Chris. I hope everybody comes out. You don't have to worry about me. I'll sit there and I'll chat with the fans all day long.
My name is James Walsh, and I'd like to thank you for checking out the Wrestling Epicenter here on YouTube. If you have not done so already, please do. Click that subscription button and the notifications bell. This way you'll be notified anytime I upload any new or new to you classic content from our archives that date back to 2002. If you get the opportunity, please also check out www.wrestlingepicenter.com for all your wrestling news and info needs, as well as our store to keep us going free and clear. Without any further delay, let's get to why you came here, the content here on YouTube.